Assalamualaikum. My name is Rohan. I am from at the house number but the campus we are here for another colony and the topic was food cholesterol, topic. Hello, Maya.
Hey there. What's up?
Here are 100 questions on the topic of why is food important to cholesterol.
You've got it. I'm ready when you are. Let's hear the first one.
Why is food important for human life?
Basically, it's our fuel. Without it, your heart wouldn't beat, your brain wouldn't think, and you definitely have zero energy to get through the day. It gives your body the nutrients and calories it needs to repair itself and keep everything running. What's next on the list?
My next question.
Take your time.
Why do we need food every day?
Because your body is like a machine that never actually turns off. Even when you're sleeping, your organs are working, your cells are regenerating, and your heart is pumping. Since you're constantly burning energy just to stay alive, you have to keep refilling the tank. What's question number 3?
Okay, Maya. My next question: how does food give us energy?
It's kind of like a chemistry project happening inside you. When you eat, your body breaks down the food into smaller pieces, like glucose from carbs, which then enters your bloodstream. Your cells take that glucose and turn it into ATP, which is basically the molecular currency your body uses to power every single move you make. It's pretty wild how a sandwich turns into a sprint, right? Ready for number 4?
How does food help us to grow?
Think of food as the building blocks for your whole body. Proteins, for example, are like the bricks that build your muscles, skin, and organs. When you're growing, your body uses those nutrients to create new cells and make your bones stronger. Without the right materials, you'd basically be trying to build a house without any lumber. What's next?
Why is balanced diet is important?
I'm not sure I follow. Are you asking if something specific is better, or maybe if a certain type of food is more important? Let me know what you're thinking.
Okay, my next question: why do children need nutritious food?
Because their bodies are essentially in overdrive. Children aren't just maintaining themselves, they're literally constructing a human being in real time. They need nutrients to build bone density, develop their brain connections, and fuel those massive growth spurts. It's a lot of work for a little body. What's question number 6?
Okay, my next question: why do
You're doing
children
great.
need nutritious food?
I'm not sure I follow. Are you asking what happens if children don't get those nutrients or something else?
I
Let me
am
know.
asking you: why do children need nutritious food?
It's a tough situation, but it usually comes down to a few different things. Sometimes it's because they live in places where healthy food is just too expensive or hard to find. Other times it might be because they're picky eaters or they're dealing with a medical issue that makes it hard for their body to actually absorb the nutrients, even if they are eating. It's a big deal because it can really slow down their growth and make it harder for them to learn in school. You want to move on to question 7, or you want to dig into this some more?
How does food help repair the body?
So basically 2 sides. Wait, did I just get called a book? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I'm still here. Were you trying to connect food to health, or did we pivot to something else?
I am asking you: how does food help repair the body?
It's all about the prep work. Food prepares the body by giving it a toolkit of vitamins and minerals that act like a defense system. For example, vitamin C helps your immune system stay ready to fight off a cold. And calcium makes sure your bones are sturdy enough to handle whatever you do during the day. It's like making sure your gear is packed and ready before you head out on a trip. Do you have another question on the list?
Why is
Did I lose you
breakfast
there?
considered important?
No need to worry. I was just making sure we were still on the same page. You're the one with the list. Where are we at? Question 8.
Okay, my next question. Why is healthily eating essential?
That's the goal. Eating healthy is a game changer for how you feel and think. Are you planning a new diet, or is this part of the questions?
Okay, my next question. How does food support the immune system?
Think of your immune system as your body's internal security team. Certain foods provide the specific tools that team needs to do their job, like zinc and vitamin A help create a strong barrier against germs, while antioxidants in fruits and veggies stop your cells from getting damaged without the right.
Okay, my next question is um, why do athletes need proper nutrients?
It's hanging out. Let me know when you found the next one.
Okay. My next question: why does food affect brain function?
I'm a bit confused here. Are you asking if I can help you make a meal plan, or is this a specific question from your list about
I am asking you, why does food affect brain function?
your brain is basically the most energy hungry organ in your body. It uses a huge chunk of your total calories just to keep the lights on. Since it runs primarily on glucose, if your blood sugar drops or you're missing key nutrients like omega 3s, you'll feel that immediately as brain fog, mood swings, or trouble focusing. It's like trying to run a high end computer on a dying battery. Ready for the next one?
Why is protein important in our diet?
Protein is like the structural engineer of your body. It's what builds and repairs everything from your muscles and skin to your hormones and enzymes. If you don't get enough, your body starts breaking down its own muscle to get what it needs, which is definitely not the goal. What's next on the list?
Why do we need vitamin?
Vitamins are like the spark plugs for your body. They don't provide energy themselves, but they're essential for the chemical reactions that let you actually use that energy from your food. For example, B vitamins help you turn food into fuel, and vitamin K helps your blood clot, so a tiny scratch doesn't become a disaster. Without them, the whole operation just grinds to a halt. Ready for the next one?
Why are minerals essential?
If vitamins are the spark plugs, minerals are like the hardware. They're inorganic elements that your body needs to maintain the actual structure of your systems. Think of iron for carrying oxygen in your blood, or magnesium for keeping your muscles from cramping up. They keep the electricity in your nerves flowing and your heartbeat steady. What's question 15?
Why is fiber important for decision?
I'm sorry, I'm a little lost on that one. What do you mean by L5 and worker for decision? Could you rephrase that or check the question on your list?
My next question: why is water considered a vital nutrient?
Hmm. Because it's basically the medium for everything that happens in your body. It doesn't have calories, but it's what transports nutrients to your cells, flushes out waste, and keeps your temperature stable. Without it, your blood would be too thick to flow and your organs would just shut down. It's the ultimate lubricant for the human machine. Ready for number 16?
Why do Why does food
Weird how.
help? Why does food help maintain body temperature?
It's basically like a built-in or furnace. When you digest food, your body breaks down the calories and creates heat as a byproduct. This process, called thermogenesis, helps keep your internal temperature steady even when it's freezing outside. It's why you might feel a bit warmer right after a big meal. What's the next one on the list?
Why are healthy fat important?
A lot of people think fat is the enemy, but your body actually craves the healthy kinds. Healthy fats, like the ones in avocados or nuts, act as a long term energy reserve and protect your organs like a cushion. They're also crucial for absorbing certain vitamins. Without them, some of the nutrients you eat would just pass right through you without being used. Plus, your brain is mostly made of fat, so it's basically fuel for your thoughts. Ready for question 18?
Why is eating enough food important?
Because if you're not hitting your baseline, your body starts to enter a sort of power saving mode. You'll feel it first as brain fog or extreme fatigue, and eventually your body will start stealing energy from your muscles and organs just to keep your heart beating. It's basically like trying to run a marathon on a phone battery that's at 2%. You're not going to get very far before everything shuts down. Ready for number 19?
Why is overeating is harmful?
It's all about the balance. When you consistently eat more than your body can use, it doesn't just disappear, it stores that extra energy as fat. Over time, that puts a huge strain on your heart and joints, and it can mess with your blood sugar, which leads to things like type 2 diabetes. Plus, it can make you feel sluggish and tired instead of energized. Ready for number 20?
How does food affect mental health? Mental health.
It's actually a huge connection. Your gut is often called your second brain because it produces a massive amount of serotonin, which is the chemical that regulates your mood. If you're eating mostly processed junk, it can lead to inflammation that messes with those signals, making you feel more anxious or down. On the flip side, a diet rich in nutrients keeps your brain chemistry stable, which helps you handle stress a lot better. Ready for number 21?
Why do older adults need nutrient meal?
As people get older, their bodies just don't play by the same rules they did when they were 20. Metabolism slows down, so they don't need as many calories, but they actually need more of certain nutrients to keep their bones strong and their minds sharp. Plus, things like taste and smell can fade, which makes eating feel less rewarding. So they have to be more intentional about getting the good stuff in. Ready for 22?
Okay. My next question is, how does food strengthen bones?
It's all about the minerals. Calcium and phosphorus are the heavy hitters here. They act like the concrete that hardens your bones and keeps them from becoming brittle. And you've got vitamin D, which is like the foreman on the job site. Without it, your body can't even absorb the calcium you're eating. It's a team effort to keep you standing tall. Ready for number 23?
My next question, why is calcium important?
Calcium is basically the foundation of your entire skeletal system. It's what gives your bones their strength and hardness, but it's not just for the skeleton. Your muscles need calcium to contract, and your nerves use it to send signals throughout your body. Without it, your muscles wouldn't be able to move, and your heart wouldn't be able to beat.
Okay.
Ready for number
Why
24?
why do we need vitamin C?
Vitamin C is basically your body's primary defense coordinator. It's famous for boosting your immune system to fight off colds, but it also does the heavy lifting for your skin by helping produce collagen, which keeps everything firm and helps wounds heal faster. Without it, your tissues would basically start to fall apart. Ready for 25?
Why is iron important in food?
Iron is like the delivery driver for your blood. It's a key part of hemoglobin, which is the protein in your red blood cells that grabs oxygen from your lungs and carries it to every other part of your body. Without enough iron, your organs don't get the oxygen they need, which is why you feel completely exhausted and breathless. Ready for number 26?
Okay, my next question. Why is vitamin D essential?
I'm a little stuck on the phrasing of that one. Are you asking what makes a nutrient essential, or is there something specific that's becoming essential for our health lately? Let me know what's on your list.
How does food help muscle recover?
Think of it as a repair crew coming in after a long day of work. When you exercise or move around, you actually create tiny microscopic tears in your muscle fibers. Food, specifically protein, provides the amino acids that act like patches to fill those gaps, making the muscle thicker and stronger than it was before. Carbohydrates also help by refilling the glycogen stores, which is the quick energy your muscles use up during a workout. Without that fuel and repair, you just stay sore and exhausted. Ready for number 27?
Okay, my next question. Why should we eat fruit daily?
Because fruit is basically nature's multivitamins. They're packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that protect your cells from damage and keep your skin glowing. Plus, the natural fiber helps your digestion stay on track, and the natural sugars give you a quick, healthy energy boost without the crash you get from processed sweets. Ready for 28?
Okay, my next question is why are nuts and seed healthy? Healthy.
They're like tiny powerhouses of nutrition. Nuts and seeds are packed with those healthy fats we talked about, plus a huge amount of protein and fiber in a very small package. They're great for your heart and keep you feeling full way longer than a bag of chips would. Plus, they have minerals like magnesium and zinc that keep your nervous system humming. Ready for 29?
Why should sugar be limited?
Because it's basically a trick for your brain. Sugar gives you that instant spike of energy, but since it doesn't have any real nutrients, you crash hard shortly after. If you have too much of it consistently, it puts a massive strain on your pancreas and can lead to inflammation and weight gain. It's like putting high octane fuel in a car that isn't built for it. Eventually, the engine starts to struggle. Ready for number 30?
Okay, my next question. Why is too much salt unhealthy?
It's all about the water balance in your body. Salt acts like a sponge, pulling water into your bloodstream. When you have too much, it increases the volume of your blood, which puts a lot of pressure on your heart and arteries, eventually leading to high blood pressure. It's basically like trying to push too much water through a pipe that's only so wide. Ready for number 31?
Okay, my next question. Why should processed food be reduced?
Because processed food is basically a stripped down version of real food. Most of the time, the good stuff like fiber, vitamins, and minerals is removed and replaced with artificial colors, preservatives, and way too much salt and sugar just to make it last longer on a shelf. When you eat it too often, your body gets the calories, but it's starving for actual nutrition, which can leave you feeling sluggish and increase your risk of long term health issues. Ready for number 32?
Okay, why is food safety important?
Because you don't want your fuel to actually be a poison. Food safety is all about preventing bacteria, viruses, and parasites from hitching a ride into your system. If food isn't handled or cooked right, you can end up with food poisoning, which is basically your body's way of frantically trying to eject something dangerous. It's the difference between a meal that nourishes you and one that puts you in bed for 3 days. Ready for number 33?
My last question. Why is food storage important?
It's all about keeping the bad stuff out and the good stuff in. Proper storage, like refrigeration or airtight containers, slows down the growth of bacteria and prevents food from oxidizing and spoiling. It keeps your food safe to eat and makes sure you aren't wasting nutrients by letting things go bad too quickly. Wait, you said that was your last question? You made it through 33. How are you feeling after that marathon?
Okay, where this is my short call, Annie. I hope you like it very, very, very much. And then Allah Hafiz Pakistan. Zindabad. यहाँ से कुछ कम बड़ा कुछ कैंपस जिंदाबाद and
I loved every second